Thank you, Amy. Next we have Taylor. Is a comfortable summer look, comfortable yet modest summer look. Her shorts are not exceptionally short. She again has a cami on under her shirt, with a little scarf and some nice accessories. She's not overdone. Thank you. Next we have Gina. Gina is just in a casual dress. This can be business casual, going out hanging out with friends, going to class, whatever. She's covered. She wore tights because she felt like her dress was a little too, not long enough, so she wore tights to compensate for it. Very simple accessories and just regular flats. Thank you, Gina. Next we have Lily. A simple casual summer dress. She has a shawl to cover her shoulders, and it's goes down to her knees. Just simple flip flops for the casual summer look. Thanks, Lily. And last we have Angie. And Angie is wearing probably my favorite season, winter casual. Her jeans are very modest. They're not super skin tight. They're not showing off whatever she's got. Her sweater is very comfortable and relaxed fitting. She has a cami on underneath to hide any cleavage she might be showing. And just tennis shoes, which are always cool. Thank you, Angie. And now we're going to bring up Cameron to explain to us mostly the problems with what the men had on. Because all the women were dressed very modestly. I think he's still changing.
So how's everybody doing today? That was very unenthusiastic. Thank you. Clearly I'm not going full coordination today, as you can already tell. So what do you guys think of the fashion show? All right. Okay. So you guys are probably thinking, why in the heck did we just have 4 guys come in here and look like a bunch of fools? Does anybody have any idea why we did that? Very good. Because if we had had girls come in here like that modest, we would have had all sorts of problems on our hands. But what I want you guys to understand is this issue of modesty, it's much bigger than just have a couple guys come in here looking like, I don't know what you call it, I don't even know what I look like, I was afraid to see myself. But I kind of want to let you guys, give you guys some ideas and some concepts about modesty, both female and male alike, because we're all in this battle together. So I kind of want to tell you a little story about a friend of mine that I met my freshman year. Freshman came to Bowling Green. He was a really good kid, great kid. But unfortunately, when he was in middle school, he was introduced to this thing called pornography. And his friend that was sitting next to him while they were taking a test said, "Hey man, go to this website." So the kid goes to this website and sees this stuff for the first time. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I've never seen this before, reject, 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 reject." And so he chooses to reject it, yet it never leaves him. He continues to let this thing fester in his mind, and eventually he ends up going back to it. And he goes back to it again, and again, and again. And this thing, this addiction to pornography, followed him all the way through middle school, through high school, and even into his college years. Once he got into high school, he took it to one other level. He started masturbating. And that began a trait of choices that he didn't quite like. And so when I met this friend my freshman year, he told me all of this stuff after we got to know each other. And he was really distraught and really upset by this. Because he's like, I don't know what to do, I can't break this. And so we both started going to Creed, we went to Creed, and we realized the truth about our sexuality as men and women. That we are not just objects to be looked at, that we're not just things to be had by some other person. We are all to be loved by one another. And so he continued with this battle, and finally he came to the point where he had to seek other help besides himself. The first thing he had to do was he had to relinquish it to God and say, God, I can't do this without you. The second thing he had to do was go to his best friend and say, hey man, I have a problem, and I need your help with this. So not only did he get help by having this guy pray for him, but he also had stuff on his computer so that every time he got on the internet, this person would have a detailed list of all the websites he went to visit. He had an accountability partner who looked after him every week and said, you know what, hey man, I've been through this, I know what it's like. I'm here for you and I'm here to help you. I'm not here to judge you. Now, this person, after realizing the grace that comes from going to prayer, going to confession, and realizing the truth about men and women's sexuality, he was finally able to realize this, and then he was able to come before you today and present this topic. The person in the story is myself. This is something that I've struggled with, but I realize its importance and I realize the truth about men's and women's sexuality, and I'm here to help you guys with that today. So the first thing I want to do is I want to say two phrases that every woman has ever wanted to hear in their entire life. The first one is that I love you. And the second one is, you are all beautiful, no matter what they say. I would start singing the song titles. You really are. And the main concept of tonight was to show you that the way the men came in earlier today, you don't have to go out here dressed like that to grab the attention of men. You don't have to do that. You are so much better than that. And the reason why I want to present this to you is that the way you dress and the way you carry yourselves helps your brothers in Christ and their goal in holiness, and also helping yourself go in holiness. Because again, I am here to help all of you guys get that. Every single one of you. And that's why I love every single one of you, because I'm here for you. All of you. So I came in here dressed like a fool to say, hey, you don't have to do this. Mandy won because it was really cool. And you, it looked really good. All around me, those who imagine what's going on. So, for all the ladies, I have a packet from a friend of mine who did. Has anyone heard of pure romance? Just one person. Pure romance is usually for high school students, but what they do is they learn about chastity, modesty, a lot of other virtues, and then they also learn about their sexuality through theology of the body, which is Pope John Paul's teaching on human sexuality. So here I have a packet for each of one of you. For the ladies, this has some general guidelines on how to dress. And I'm not going to go through some of these with you, just to kind of help you understand my assessments. I may have to share a little bit. If you guys want another copy of this, I've got this in email format. I can email it to you, or I can send it, or I can make copies and then give it to you next week or some other time. I'll see you guys. So, the first thing I want to say is that these are guidelines. This is the rule. You don't have to do this. This is a recommendation that I got from a friend. You know, my standards on physical modesty are slightly different. This is a tangible thing that when you make you can read this, you can say, okay, let's talk about it. Let's level it down. And that's what I want to do. Both men and women, I want you guys to ask questions. I want you to say, well, why is this? Why are you saying this? Well, why should I be doing this? How is this going to help? And guys, if you don't agree, bring it up. Let's talk about it. We're here to talk about it. That's what I want to do. So, first off, things I want to talk about is talk about shirts. Everybody likes wearing a shirt. I like wearing a shirt. First thing is, the things you want to guys to be conscious of is bare shoulders and how low the neckline goes. Things that you're not going to want to do are so cleavage. And I'm going to tell you why. When I was in high school, I heard a talk by this guy who was talking about chastity. And one thing he said is that guys are attracted to skin. So, when you have shirts on with deep V's like I did, it went way too low. Or if you have on a shirt that's got a really open back, the guy's eyes, and I kid you not, I've experienced this myself, and it really bothers me, and I pray about it all the time, that they will drift down. And it will drift down in the front. And you don't want that. And you guys are not objects to be looked at. You guys are human beings. You guys are children of God. You be loved. Okay? So again, bare shoulders, low necklines, low backs, our eyes are going to drift. Guaranteed. Now, the guys sitting next to me like, that's totally not true. I'm totally better than that. I bet they've done it and they just don't want to admit it. And there's no guys saying anything. Other things to keep in mind, how long the shirt is. Again, we're not here to show off your belly button. If you got a belly button tattoo, great for you. If you got a belly button ring, great. And so like, you know, wear shirts. Like, the thing that I really wanted you guys to see is that you guys can look beautiful and not be showing everything off. I mean, like I was walking in today and I was looking at Amy and I was looking at Taylor and I was like, wow, they are really, really beautiful. And I look like an idiot. Yet, had they had that on, I would have said the same thing, but for different reasons. Again, you all are beautiful. You don't have to dress ridiculously to show that. Other things, pants and shorts. They don't have to be skinny. You don't have to show off every curve that you have. Okay? Again, same thing with the amount of skin that you show, the same thing is with pants. If they're really tight, you're not hiding much. You're pretty much saying, hey, here I am, in full glory. And you don't want to do it. You really don't. Because you don't want to show off your full glory. I went to a talk while I was in Florida at the Focus Conference. And the talk was for men only, and it was given by a woman. And the title of the talk was, Why Do Women Do It? So I'm like, yes, I'm finally understand why women are crazy. I still don't know. But one thing that happens is that, and even men do this to some extent too, we present ourselves in the means to gain attention. I mean, we've all done it. And how many times have we, been loud, or if we've worn something just to gain the attention of that friend, to gain attention of that guy at the party, to gain attention in class if you want to be known, or even in your dorms. You're like, I want to be the cool person, so like, I'm going to play my music video. I don't care about quiet hours, because RAs are lame, and the rules are lame. I'm an adult. We've all done it. I've done it. I'll be the first to admit it. What? And then we needless to say, what we do is we end up unveiling what she considered the holy of holies. Okay? To help further understand that, we are all unique individuals. All unique individuals that have something special about us inside of us. And what we end up doing is, in our own little way, we start removing the veils and showing the truest form of our heart. Unfortunately, there are a lot of men and women out there that aren't out to guard your heart. They're going to say, she's showing all the right signs, I'm going to go for it. And then